Hey, this is Max from DeFi Chronicles. In today's video, we will go over my latest investment, Sphere Finance. So what caught my attention about this one is how they are presenting the project. They said that they are the S&P 500 of crypto. If you don't know what the S&P 500 is an index that features the 500 publicly traded company in the US, so the 500 biggest stock in the US. And what they are trying to emulate is that you can be holding a diversified portfolio by just buying one token. Other than that, I also really like that they are audited by Celtric. Second, they have been KYC'd by Obsidian. And third, even though they are an auto staking project, they are the first one on the Polygon Network. So I think the first auto staking project is Titano, but on Polygon they are the first one. So we are basically pretty early on this one. Next up, if we jump to the documents, I think after reading it, this is a DeFi as a service because what they're trying to do is getting some funds, and with those funds, reinvesting them in different projects like validators, blue chip coins, farming, and liquidity, and probably also some stable coin staking. And what we get as a reward is 1.91% daily, or we can also get 99,000 APY if we wait for 1 year. So first we jump to the DApp, which I really like. This is a pretty cool UI. And you can see that I am holding $250 worth of Sphere. So I have right now 5,282 Sphere token, and I am making around $4.78. This is not taking into account my sales taxes. So if I am compounding, yes, I am making $4.78. But if I'm selling, I need to take into account the sales taxes. So right now I am making every 24 hours 100 Sphere token. And you can see here that there is a sell tax of 20%. So that means if every day I sell my 100 Sphere token, I will be selling only 80 Sphere token, and 20 will go back to the treasury, to the protocol, so they have some funds to keep investing and also repurchasing their token to increase their value. Next, there is also a buy tax. So if you are buying, let's say, 1,000 Sphere token, you will not get the 1,000 Sphere token because you will be paying 13% to the protocol. Also, there is a 13% transfer tax. That is if you want to transfer your token to another wallet. So pretty simple. This is the only taxes that they have. There is also another one, but it is very different for each one of us because it ranges between an added 1 to 5% on the sale tax. So instead of paying 20%, you could be paying maybe 21% or 22%. And that is depending on the amount that you're holding. But I think for most of us, we should be between the 20% and 22 and 23% sales tax. Just like Titano, this rebases every 30 minutes, but I am only getting 2 Sphere token every 30 minutes, so it really doesn't matter. For the treasury, they are currently holding $12 million in the treasury, and this is what they will be investing in other projects to create or to have the Sphere Finance protocol more sustainable. So how they do it is by asking the community what and where they should be investing that money. They usually run polls on Snapchat where you need to have some Sphere token in your wallet to be able to vote for which project you want to. So right now they have $12 million in the treasury, and this is the money that they will be investing into other projects to diversify this protocol and also make it more sustainable. How they do it is by asking the community what and where they should be investing that money. They usually run polls on Snapchat, and how you vote for the project that you want them to be investing in is by holding some Sphere token in your wallet. So right now I am holding 5.2K. And the good thing about this project is like Titano is that you don't need to so right now I am holding 5.2K in my wallet. And the good thing about this one is that after purchasing it, you don't need to stake it or move it into another protocol to start making money, because this works with the auto staking mechanism where you have it in your wallet and it keeps compounding as long as you have it in your wallet. If we take a look at the chart, this one has been booming, but it is also fairly new. It went from $0.006 up to $0.05. And I think it can continue to keep growing because we are only on the early stages of the project. So now let's talk about how much money you could be making per week or per day from this project and what is the return on investment period on that one. So starting off, I invested $292 yesterday for 5,220 tokens. And every 24 hours I will be making 100 tokens. But if we take into account the sales tax, I will be left only with 80 tokens every day. So my actual income and estimation should be $3.80 every 24 hours. My weekly income is around $26 and my monthly income is around $113. So my days until I get back my return on investment is 77 days. And obviously this is only taking into account that I am cashing out every week and I am not compounding, and also the price remains around that price. So now let's talk a little bit about the lottery feature. This one is pretty simple. So what you need to do is deposit some of your spill token, and at the end of the week they will be dividing this amount into the winners. A pretty cool thing is that you do not lose your initial capital. So let's say you invest 1,000 spill token into the lottery. At the end of the week you will get back your 1,000 tokens. What you actually lose is the APY for that week. So let's say you leave that one for 7 days, 1,000 by 13%, which is around the amount that you should get in APY for a week. That is 130 tokens, sphere tokens. So that 130 sphere token is what they use to pay the winners on the lottery part. At the end of the week, you can withdraw your 1,000 token, but of course you lost your APY rewards. Next, if you move to the website, there is a calculator where you can add your amount. Let's say I'm holding 5K and the current APY after 30 days. Let's see. Sphere price at purchase, which is 0.48. So my initial investment is $249 and future price, let's just leave it like that at 48. After 30 days, my potential return should be $440. But that $440 is also adding that 248. So actually it's less than that. Is 248 minus 440. So it's around $192, which is pretty good. So for a 30-day period, you are almost making back your investment. This is, of course, you can see here that the monthly income here, it is not taking into account the compound interest. That's why these projects are good if you can maybe leave it for 1 week and then take half of it the next week instead of taking out your initial investment every week. But in the end, it really depends on how risky you want to run your investment. As for me, usually I like to take out my initial investment as fast as possible and let the rest ride as a free investment. Right now, I did the same thing on Titano, where I invested, I think it was around $260. I took my initial investment on Titano, and since then I've made around $120 after taking back my return investment. So if we play a little bit on the calculator, we can see that after a year I should be making around $8,000, and if I wait for a full year it should be around $250,000. I do not like to plan my income on those projects. Usually what I like to do is take maybe 75% or 50% on Sundays and make sure that I am making or gaining that passive income. I will not be waiting for a full year to see if I could make that $250,000. That for me is like a lottery ticket. I can make it and I can also not make it. I would rather get my initial investment and from there keep getting some passive income and reinvest it into other projects. So there you have it. This is my quick recap on Sphere Finance. This one for me is just adding another passive income to my portfolio right now. So if we look at my spreadsheet, I should be making around $26, adding up to my weekly income if the price stays the same. Also, I kind of like the project. I like that they are trying to build the S&P 500 in crypto and that they are the first auto staking crypto project on the Polygon Network. Also, their contract has been audited and they are KYC'd by Obsidian. So if you want to take a look into the project, I would recommend you first read the documentation and check the roadmap so you know more or less which direction or what they're trying to achieve for the long term. As for me, $200 is okay to risk. If I lose it, I would be okay with losing only $200, $290. So next up, my strategy from here is taking maybe 50% on Sundays and leave 50% in Sphere token so it can continue to compound. And that 50% is not on the 5,000, it is actually on the gains. So let's say on Sunday I get around 300 tokens in reward. What I would be doing is selling 150 Sphere token and leaving 100. Hold on, get. Moving forward, my strategy from here, if we see on my tracker, I should be making around $26 per week. So this is just another addition to my weekly income, where I will be probably taking 50% of that income and compounding it, and 50% I will be cashing it out into Matic tokens or moving it into other projects. How I usually do it is anything that goes above my initial investment is what I would be cashing out or compounding. So let's say at the end of the week, I started first with 5,000 with 5,200 tokens. What I will be doing, let's say I get to 5,800 token, then I will be compounding 50% of my gains. So 5,000 minus. So I will be compounding 300 and 300 I will be cashing it out and moving it into other project. So if you're interested in investing in Sphere Finance, what I would recommend is first reading all the documentation and knowing what the project is trying to achieve before investing any type of capital into the project. Next up, as for me, this is just another passive income project. This is just another addition to my passive income portfolio. So I am risking around $300 to make around $30 per week. I am okay with losing that $300. So make sure that you know how much money you are okay with losing in case you invest in the project. On the next few days, I will be making another video as an update of how much money I've made from the project. So make sure to follow me on Twitter and also subscribe to the channel to get the update as soon as they are out. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.